Let's go to the next person. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
Hold on. 23.
What's your birth year?
2002.
Okay, what month?
July
If you could go,
29th.
if you could go back in time and you could either vote for Donald Trump or Kamala Harris, who would you vote for?
Donald Trump.
For sure, for sure. Why?
2002. No or anything. But in my opinion, everybody's all hard on Donald Trump because they're calling him racist and all this stuff. I personally don't see how he's racist by trying to get the illegals out.
Undocumented immigrants, and he's racist because he didn't rent to black people in the 1970s. He said that black people had a trait of laziness. He specifically popularized the birther movement, saying that Barack Obama was born in Kenya when there's a birth certificate of him born in the United States. He also specifically said that Kamala Harris turned black, and he also denied, or he said that the Central Park Five deserved to be executed when there was literally DNA evidence exonerating them.
Okay. Well, all right. So I was watching your live yesterday, and you were talking about the whole homelessness situation, how he's doing that. And
Do you want to address anything I just
my
said?
oh, to address what you just said. Okay, I didn't know about all that, but is it? Oh, let me turn this fan off. Like, I don't know. You're not there. You don't know what the guy's saying or thinking. I don't know. He's done a lot of good stuff for the country. That's all I'm saying.
Like what?
Like, for instance, I'm sorry. It's not. I'm not racist either. I would love all races, but all I'm saying is, it's taken away from jobs if we're just letting people move from their country to come. Like, I don't get me wrong. I
Not
think
true.
everybody deserves. I
So
think
did you
everybody
know that
deserves
when
a
people
fair.
did you know that when people come to our country, not only do they provide like jobs, they fulfill jobs, but they also provide demand for the economy, creating more jobs as well?
Oh, okay, yeah, but like, what about people who are born here and want to get a job? You know what I mean? Like, and
Uh,
we can't get.
you understand that they
I
would be able to get a job. They would have a better shot at getting a job because the economy will be larger.
All right. Well, if in my opinion, I've been handing out resumes like everywhere, and I'm not like, I swear to God, I'm not racist when I say that, but they're all giving away all the jobs to like the East Indian people, or like,
No,
and I don't know.
no, so Trump and the Republicans are just trying to get you to hate people and to blame people, right, in
Oh, I
groups
don't
of
hate
people
people.
rather than specifically blaming, right, like the Republicans for causing the bad conditions because of the tariffs. The job market is bad right now because of the conditions due to tariffs. It's not because of people from India.
No, I get what you're saying, and I really do get it. All I'm saying is, I I'm not saying the guy's a good guy, but he's not as bad as everybody says he is. I personally
Um,
do think Kamala Harris would have been
he's
worse
worse than
president.
what the typical person indicates. Like he was
Well,
held civilly
I
liable of
think
sexual abuse. He bragged about walking in the changing rooms of naked women without their consent, right, while they were changing. When an 18-year-old came out and said there were four girls as young as 15 years old in these changing rooms, Donald Trump would barge in. He said he would date a 10-year-old girl in 10 years. He called his daughter voluptuous, which means curvy and sexually attractive. He said yeah to Howard Stern, calling his daughter a piece of ass. Right? Is that
okay, and
specifically like a good person?
well, no, but Kamala Harris is just as bad.
No, but can you give me anything that Kamala Harris has said that's at all comparable to anything that I just brought up about Donald Trump?
Um, well, not offhand, but I know she's done lots of stuff. Like, and
Like what?
okay, well, you tell me what makes Kamala Harris should have been. You tell me.
No, do you want to tell me what makes her so bad in your eyes that like it's comparable to Trump based upon the things that I just brought up?
Uh, well, hold on, I gotta go look at my notes. I would try to get in a live with you for so long. I wrote down stuff when you guys.
Okay. I guess give him a second to find that. Jen, thank you so much for the $5. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Yeah, I don't get this idea of like immigrants taking the jobs. There's no good economic data indicating that at all. I think that's pretty ridiculous. Carolina, thank you so much for the $5. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. He said I downloaded FarmSim yesterday and it sucks. Oh my gosh. Julene, thank you so much. I really appreciate the $50 on YouTube Super Chat. Thank you so much, Julene. Can we get some W's for Julene in the comment section right now? Thank you so much, Julene. I really appreciate it. Thank you. W's for Julene in the comment section right now. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you.
As well as Naya, thank you so much. I really
Okay.
appreciate the $10. Thank you. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you so much. That is incredibly kind of you. Thank you so much. Tyler, thank you so much for the $20. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much, Tyler. I really appreciate it. London for the
And
$10.
Donald
Wonky with the $10. London with the $5. Thank you. R1, thank you for the $2. Go ahead.
and Donald Trump also fucking okay. I don't know. The whole Charlie Kirk situation too. I kind of think that was an inside job.
Okay. You just want to make up another conspiracy? Do you want to give me any evidence or
No,
any
no, no,
reason?
no. Oh no, I have a reason. This is what made me turn. I don't. I think every politician is dirty in their own way, but what I think is when they, what
So can you
happened
explain
on
what
that
Kamala
day.
Harris has done that you think is so bad?
Uh, you know what? Not offhand, not at the moment. Can't.
Okay, so then what makes you think that Kamala Harris is so bad? If you don't have anything, well then why do you have this like feeling about her without anything, but yet you don't
I
have this
don't.
feeling
I'm
about
just
Donald
saying.
Trump when Donald Trump has
I
done
don't.
horrible things?
Yeah, the guy's done stuff that's wrong. I'm not saying I agree with everything he does, but for instance, like making it the whole transgender stuff, all that. I agree with him
Wait,
on that too.
wait,
That's
what
gross. That shouldn't
specifically
be
about
allowed.
trans people?
He's gonna make it illegal for them to be trans, and I think that should
You
be.
want wait, you want it to be illegal to be trans? What the fuck is wrong with you?
Yeah,
What the hell is wrong with
nothing.
you? A lot is wrong with you.
Nothing.
What is
I
what
don't
why do you
care
want
if
it
you're
to be
gay or
illegal?
lesbian,
No,
but
why do you want it to be illegal for people to be trans? That's fucking crazy. That's actually
you're born.
nuts.
You're born what you're born.
Wait, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. No one's claiming differently about their biology by saying that they're trans, right? Also, saying something that would be, even if you were to consider someone saying something false, which they're not wrong, right? That doesn't mean that you should make it illegal. That's fucking crazy. I mean, how many wrong things did Donald Trump? Donald Trump said the climate's going to start cooling and science just doesn't know it yet, right? He said that windmills are causing whales to die in numbers never seen before. Those are objectively, verifiably false statements and unhinged, and yet you don't say that, we should make that illegal.
Okay. Well, I agree with you should love what you love. Like I don't care. I'm not gonna go and bully somebody for being trans, but in my opinion,
Then why do
I
you think
don't
it should
think
be
it should be.
illegal?
I don't think it should be allowed. Like you're born what you're born. Be gay. Be
Wait,
a guy who likes
I'm
guys.
sorry. No, being trans is different from being gay. And secondly, like again, why do you think it should be illegal? Like again, you're not giving an argument. I thought again the
Okay. Okay.
Republican
Hold on.
Party was the
Argument.
I thought you guys were the
Okay.
party of
Why it
freedom.
should be illegal? Listen. Why it should be illegal is because if I have a kid and he's in school and then some guy wants to say he's a girl and walk in the girl's bathroom and that shouldn't be allowed.
Dude, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? So I have a question, right? Specifically,
Why is
right?
my
You're saying no. Again, because you're not acknowledging the gender of people, right? Specifically, I'll ask you a question. Do you think trans men should go into the women's restroom because they are biologically female?
No.
No. Where should they go to the restroom?
Where they were biologically born. So if they were
So they
biologically
should go
born
into the
women, I
women's
think they
restroom.
should
So
go to.
trans men who are biologically female should go into the women's restroom.
I think they should have their own bathroom altogether. I obviously
I'm sorry.
don't.
I'm sorry.
I
So
don't.
wait. Again, so you say their own bathroom. So if there is not a quote unquote third bathroom, which bathroom should they go into?
Okay. Well, you know how people are. It could be like
Do you
a
want to answer the
weird.
Do you want to answer the question?
Do you okay? Do you want to answer this question? Do you think a
You
guy
can't answer,
who
can you?
can you answer this? Do you think a guy who says he's a girl should be
Well,
able
I'm
to go
sorry.
to a
No,
female
listen.
pool?
How about this? You have an issue with men walking into the changing rooms of women, for example, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, so then why do you vote for a guy that bragged about walking into the changing rooms of naked women without their consent? Why did you vote for the guy who did that?
Um.
Oh.
I I wasn't there, so I don't know.
Oh, what do you mean
I
you
don't know.
weren't there? He bragged
A
about it.
lot of people.
I can play the audio of him doing that. So would you still
Play the
support
audio,
him?
please.
So would you still support him for president, given that he bragged about walking into the changing rooms at 15 years old, in these changing rooms when Donald Trump would barge in?
Okay, can you play me the audio where he? Can you play that? You said you could play it.
I got you. I'll play you the audio right now.
Bet.
Owner of the pageant, it's your obligation. Also say, as the owner of the pageant, it's your obligation to do that.
So you have done that. Now, tell
Well,
me
I'll
what
tell you the funniest is that I'll go backstage before a show.
Yes.
And everyone's getting dressed and ready and everything else. And, no men are anywhere. And I'm allowed to go in because I'm the owner of the pageant, and therefore I'm inspecting it. I'm inspecting.
Right,
I want to make sure that
You're like a
everything is
doctor.
good.
You're there.
Yeah, the dress. Is everyone okay? They're standing there with no clothes. Is everybody okay? And you see these incredible-looking women. And so I sort of get away with things like that.
He didn't really say. All he did was he was expecting it. He didn't say anything weird, like he was going in there to be a pedo.
What? I'm sorry. Did you hear him? He literally said that he walks into their changing rooms while they have no clothes on, to then literally see them naked, because he wants to see them as beautiful, and he gets away with it. I'm sorry. Did we watch the same clip?
That is not what he was saying. Is it's his thing, and he can go in there and check on him. And I get, yeah, that's fucked up. He shouldn't walk into a changing room at all. So that's
No,
fucked up.
they were joking about it being to check on them. They weren't actually saying it was to check on them. It was specifically so that he could quote unquote perv on them, or quote unquote check on them, which means perv on them. That's literally what he was doing. Like, he was clearly saying that he's perving on them. The fact that you can't identify that is a problem in of itself, but we can address this particularly for what it is, right? This is clearly predatory behavior. And for you to sit here and you to say you don't want trans people to go literally to the bathroom when they're just going to the bathroom, right? But you specifically will vote for Donald Trump, who is a man and bragged about walking into the changing rooms of naked women without their consent while they were changing.
Hey, do you think that a guy who turns himself into a girl should be able to go to female prison?
Do you want to
Or
answer
should
the
they go to-
question? Do you want to answer my point, though? Do you
wanna answer my
care?
question?
Do you care about do you care about specifically trans people at all? Right? Because it sounds like you're specifically saying
I
no,
like
you don't.
his
No, you
life.
don't, because you're specifically just trying to blame them for something that you don't blame Trump for. So one, you should blame Trump for this, and two, specifically, you should not be blaming trans people for this, because they are not the ones that are being predatory and trying to attack women. That is cis straight men like Donald Trump. That's who is attacking women.
Do you think people who claim to be furries are any different than so? What about that? So furries the same as
I'm sorry. What about people who are furries? What about that?
that's just the same as being trans. That's a weird, sick thing people got going on in their head.
I'm sorry. Do you think that should be illegal?
To dress up as a dog and say to walk, yeah, I think that should be illegal.
They don't actually believe that they're a dog, right? You know that, right?
Well,
Okay,
yes.
so you can say that you don't want to do that yourself, right? Because that's not something that you're into. But why the hell do you think that should be illegal? And why the fuck is a point for you to bring up in the context of a political debate? What the hell relevance does this have to why you support Donald Trump? I'm sorry.
Oh,
I mean,
because I brought up the fact that he was going to make it illegal to be trans.
Again, and that's crazy, right? And by the way, being a furry is different from being trans, by the way. I want you to know that. That's also, you don't understand the difference between that. It's kind of crazy.
It's both weird things that go on in people's heads.
What's up?
Like who grows up and then they're like, I want to be a dog. That's weird.
They're not actually saying that they think that they're a dog. You're not listening. Also, again, why are you saying that it should be illegal? You're not giving an argument or a reason. You're just trying to demonize people.
Why it should be illegal is because the whole new generation. All right. So my kid will grow up and be like, Dad, why is that person like, all dressed like a girl when he's that guy? And I have to look at him and be like, well, what am I gonna say? Like, I'm gonna be like, no, that's a guy. I don't know why he's dressing like that. I don't want my son to grow up and thinking that that's normal, because I don't think that's normal.
Yeah, so the reality is that it is normal to be trans and it's okay to be trans, and for you to prescribe that it's not normal is just a prescription of your bigotry, is just a prescription of your hatred towards people. There's nothing wrong with
I
you
don't
having
hate
to say that some people are trans and that's okay. There's literally no issue with that. I'm sorry, what's the issue with you being like some people are trans and that's okay? And that's all you leave it to. You don't have to sit there and have an entire lesson or describe things, right? Because you don't understand it yourself. You need to do that research yourself. You need to educate yourself. You're the one that doesn't know. So that's specifically why we need public education systems that tell people it's okay to be trans, right?
That's my
Understand?
kid. That's
Because
not
they didn't
right.
grow up in
I
a
don't-
school system that taught them the things that they should have been taught.
I don't want my kid being taught that stuff though.
What taught what stuff? To like love people and to be okay with people and to accept them? I'm
I
sorry,
want
like
him
what's
to
your issue with that? What's your big issue with that?
I want him to obviously love people and not treat anybody differently, but I also don't want him to think it's normal to.
So you want to
want
stigmatize.
to
So
call me
you're saying that
private
you
area.
so you're saying you want acceptance, but you also want to stigmatize trans kids. That's actually antithetical to being accepting.
And when you're a kid, wait, listen. When you're a kid, you shouldn't even be thinking about that stuff at all, too. That's what it's.
Wait,
That's
what do
what's
you mean?
also
Wait,
great.
I'm sorry. What do you mean thinking about that stuff?
When
What do you mean by that?
when you're a kid, you shouldn't say because all the TV and stuff they're putting it all on TV. When you're
Putting what on? What
fucking,
are? Tell me, what are they putting on
when,
TV
okay,
that you
wait, when you're
Tell me,
listen,
what are they
listen,
putting on
listen,
TV that you disagree with?
when you're 10, what makes you go, oh, I'm a girl? Obviously, you had to hear that
What
from
are they?
someone.
What are they putting on TV that you disagree with? And also, again, you're not trans, so why would you? Why would you say that you specifically would need to understand why someone else would have a different thought from you? Do you
I'm
understand
not
that?
okay.
Like I'm sorry. Like, do you understand that people have different like experiences, right? They have different thoughts in their brain than you did as a kid, and just because you
I
don't have the
understand
same
that.
thoughts doesn't mean that other people don't. So why are you prescribing that just because it didn't work that way for you, that there's no way it could have worked that way for anyone else?
Well, listen, I would never treat anybody different, but at the same
You
time,
are treating
I
people
don't.
different. That you say that I would never treat anybody differently, but you're
I
currently
wouldn't. I
advocating for that
wouldn't.
right now. You just said it should be illegal to be trans. What do you mean? What do you mean you aren't treating people differently? What are you talking
Okay,
about?
so say
What do you
I'm
mean you
saying it
wouldn't
shouldn't
want to
be.
treat people differently?
I'm saying.
Dean,
Okay,
let's
I
say real
wouldn't.
quick because I have to kick him.
Yeah. Okay.
I,
Super quick question. Time that you watched a movie?
Today.
Do people dress up as people or things that they aren't in movies?
Yeah, but that's different. It's a movie. It's pretend. It's not real.
Oh, okay. Well, in the same way that being a furry is a hobby, it's pretend. It's not real. They don't actually think that they're cats and dogs and dragons.
Well,
Oh,
I don't know. The stuff I've seen, like I've watched like YouTube videos where people go and mess around with the furries, and they literally walk around with leashes.
right. All right. Well, anyway, that's all I had. If you got to kick him for the flag, I get it.
Yeah, literally though. That's it's literally like a flag for it says uncomfortable or something like that. I think it's crazy. That guy's perspective is insane.
Yeah, man. I was really hoping to explore it more, but that guy was just a complete low IQ buffoon who had no clue what he was saying. You know what? I guess that the TikTok terms of service here is right because he was totally promoting negative stereotypes and generalizations about groups of people. So
Seriously.
I get it. But anyways, that's all I had. Have a good one, Parker.
Good to see you.